The girls, along with Vorden and Peter, were patiently waiting inside Logan's room. The boys were quite calm, while Erin was tapping her foot away and about. Lately, she had been using all her spare time to practice her sword skills, yet she still could never achieve the same results as she did on the roof that day. Being here just seemed like a waste of her time. While Layla, who was standing next to her, felt a horrible bubbly feeling in her stomach. Her heart was pounding so hard she thought it was going to jump out of her throat. "Can't you just tell us what this is all about?" Erin said, annoyed. "This is a very serious matter," Logan replied, sitting in his chair. He was currently playing with a trapezium-style Rubik's Cube made from metal. The inside used little small triggers to twist and turn the shape in all sorts of different directions. This made it multiple times harder than a standard Rubik's Cube. Each time he shifted one of the pieces, a large mechanical sound would be made. "And I would hate to repeat myself," Logan said as he continued to mess around. The room was silent, and the only thing that could be heard was the shifting sounds of Logan playing with the mechanical item. They waited and waited. Click. Click. "Will you put that damn cube away?" Erin shouted. "Before I shove it up your—" Just then the sound of the door was heard. "Looks like they are here," Logan said as he put the cube on the floor. Quinn entered first, and right behind him was Fex. As soon as Erin saw this, she immediately stepped back. "Quinn, what the hell is he doing here?" Vorden shouted. "Wait, I was the one that asked him to come here," Quinn said. "If it's something to do with Peter or the vampires, then he's going to be a big help. Remember, he helped us out last time, and he has stayed true to his words every time." "Look, I can tell I'm not wanted here," Fex said. "If you want me to leave, I'll leave." "No, please stay," Logan said. "Quinn is correct. This matter is very serious, and I do believe you will be a big help." Since Logan was the one who had said it and invited them here, the others felt like they at least needed to hear Logan out before they decided if he needed to be involved or not. "All right, before we begin, I believe, Quinn, you have something for me?" Logan asked as he held out his hand. "My sandwich?" "Oh." Quinn then threw the packaged sandwich over to Logan as a mechanical arm went into the air and grabbed it, unwrapping it for him and feeding him. They all sat there and watched Logan eat the sandwich when he was finally done. He turned to his computer. "Let us begin." As usual, when Logan was explaining things, he would display what he was looking at on his computer screen to the others through a hologram. As he went through files one by one, he would explain what they meant. "When I woke up this morning, I was surprised to see an envelope on the floor," said Logan. "I was afraid that it might be some type of a something. I had my mechanical spiders go ahead and pick it up, then inspect it. I scanned it for any traces of tampering and to see what was inside. To my surprise, there was a small little nano stick inside with a note." The screen had changed, and right now, a scanned version of the note was being displayed to the others. "In this nano stick is some information on one of the Big Four family members, more specifically its leader known as Truedream. Our group has managed to gather extensive research into him, and here we can see all his wrongdoings in the past. The reason why I have passed this note on to you is that, unfortunately for all of you, Truedream will be arriving in a few days. Out of everyone, I thought perhaps with your abilities you might be able to do something to stop this madness. We do not wish any innocent to get hurt." At the end of the letter, attached to the bottom, was a stamp, and everyone in the room recognized it well. They had seen it many times on the television, and some of them have even written school reports about the group. It was the group known as Pure. "So what if Truedream is coming to the school?" Erin replied. "He does a routine visit to most of the military bases anyway. I fail to see why this is our problem, and why we should even trust the words coming from a military group." "I don't know," Layla said. "Maybe they know something that we don't, and I'm guessing it has something to do with that stick." "Although I would like to say congratulations," said Logan. "I believe anyone would have been able to come to that conclusion." The files changed once again, and this time they contained reports of the previous visits that Truedream had done. It contained detailed reports of each visit to the military base, but not only that, it also informed them of Truedream's true purpose for coming to the base. The fact that every time he visited, few students would be chosen, and soon after their abilities were gone. It also showed that there was a pattern to these things, and how he seemed to visit the second military base more often than the others. The expression on everyone's faces was sour as they read the reports. "I can't say that it doesn't surprise me," Quinn replied. "It's expected of this crappy system." "I agree, it's bad," Erin said. But still, I don't see how this involves us. We're just students, and they want us to stop this? He's from one of the big 4 families." That was when Vorden noticed something. "Wait, did you say the visit was in a few days? Isn't that—" "Looks like we have a winner," Logan said. "This is the reason why I called you all. I remember you telling me that for some reason, Duke had deliberately wanted Peter to reach a level 4. It seems strange, but why were they suddenly showing favoritism to Peter? And what's with the rush?" Putting these two things together makes sense. Not only was Peter originally weak, but he also had no strong family background. Sure, his family would be upset if he was to lose his powers or disappear, but no further steps would be taken, and everyone would soon forget, just like the students before, Logan explained. "And if they find out that Peter has no abilities anymore, they will start asking questions all over again, and it could lead them back to us," Vorden said. "Not just the vampire stuff, but when they find out we were close to Peter, they might start looking into the deaths and more." The group had to take their time to take everything all in. Out of all of them, the first one to leave the room was Erin. "I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I'm not that involved with you guys," Erin said. "I'm not a vampire, and I have no ties to what you did with the others. If I help out in this, it will only make me a bigger target. If you guys are caught trying to do anything, it could come back to me. I can't let that happen." As Erin left the room, not a single person had gone out to chase her. She had a point. She wasn't involved in any of this, and if she did help, it would only put her at risk. "We have 2 days," Logan said. "This Sunday, the students will be asked to gather in the assembly hall to welcome Truedream. Usually, the students are asked to stay back after the assembly. This is what is stated in the reports. They will then be taken somewhere, but where? Nobody knows. All that we know is that these students who are taken away lost their abilities. The world is explained that they have been punished for doing something bad, so their ability was taken away, and some even disappear. So, what plans do we have?" The group then continued to discuss what could happen and came up with different plans and scenarios in case different things happened. Finally, after a long talk, they had come up with a plan that seemed to have a good chance of working. And it was like Logan had said, for this to work, they would need everyone who was here to help. This included Fex, and surprisingly, he had agreed without saying too much. If he was discovered by his family now, he would get into too much trouble. But he knew that if the world discovered the existence of vampires and it was because of him, it didn't matter who his father was, no one could save him. With the plan set, everyone left the room. For now, they would all act as normal for the next couple of days until Truedream arrived. When everyone had finally left the room, Logan turned towards his computer once more and started to play a video file. Logan was a very cautious person and was paranoid everyone was out there to steal his work. The school didn't allow any cameras, but that didn't mean he couldn't install any of his own.
Hi, Quinn here. Wondering what happens next? If you want to jump the queue and unleash all episodes, click on the link here and install the Pocket FM app.